I woke up at 9 o'clock this morning. I slept like a brick. My tent is over there for my hammock. Figured I'd show you the walk to the water. This would have been a phenomenal camping site. I don't know if it has reception here, and I can't take it off camera to see. Maybe on the way back I'll check. Just a really cool little place. But it's fairly sheltered. If it was really windy, I think this would be a good place. I actually feel more of a breeze down here than I did up there, but typically for higher winds, I get mussed about in the trees. And it's like 10 steps closer to water. Later on today, I'm going to have to go find, I think it's whoa, that was a log. I'm going to have to find where the sun's peeking through. It's going to be cloudy, but one of the guys needs his battery bank charged some, and it's just me and him, and we're here all day, so we still don't know whether or not we're going to head out in the morning or head out this evening down to Sam's Gap. I'd rather stay by some water. My feet feel better today. I don't want to jinx that, but better. I think it might just be that they're getting beat up and bruised a little bit over the course of a day, and that they're really not meant right now, or they don't like walking those 14-mile days. And that's where it's difficult for me, because my energy level, my body, no, it's not my body. I guess my resilience says that I can do 14, maybe 16 if I got up on time. Miles in a day. That'd be wonderful. However, my feet and my knees and my ankles say, oh, no, you don't. And they will start fussing and screaming. And I believe that if I kept pushing them, I don't think it's one of those things like you work out and you're sore the next day and you work out again and you get stronger. There is that part of building resiliency with your body. See, right here would be a good spot for that solar charger. I have to remember that. I could put it down there somewhere, because where those blowdowns were. I think that you have to weigh between that and whatever they call it, repetitious use injuries or whatever, where you just overdo it enough and your body breaks. One thing I do not want is to develop a big blister on the ball of my feet like I did it on my heel, because on my heel it's still puffy and nasty. Half a week later, gosh, maybe going 5 days later, and that's not even showing any signs of getting better. It might be longer than that. Holy smokes. So anyways, one of the guys that they just left out of camp, he said he just came off of a week and a half off. He's a little chunky like me. And I said, holy smokes, I don't know if I could do a week and a half off. Even though I came out here with the attitude that it's okay to go camping as long as you want. I think he probably went home and then came back out here. That'd be something to take a week off. All things considered, I really like this spot. Except for the water hike, but it is what it is. I have plenty of water up at camp still. I have... So what did I go through? I guess I went through maybe half a gallon. I drink a lot. And, so I've got one of my bags in my bottle that I'll fill up down here again, just so I'm not running out up there, because I prefer not to have to make this hike again. I didn't have to, but again, it gets my legs pumping, Gets my feet warmed up a bit. It's a reasonable little jaunt to make sure your joints don't stiffen up. Because I was extremely stiff this morning. That was one thing I didn't like. So I like to pretend like if your knees are swollen, pumping them a little bit helps that under low stress conditions. I will say I have my backpack on with nothing in it. There's something to that whole ultralight thing, because these hikes become inordinately easier with less weight, but at the expense of thousands of dollars of equipment and mountain house meals. I swear they spend $15 to $30 a day on food for the mountain house stuff. $15 to $30 a day. And then shuttling in to get their resupplies on food, another $30. Staying over at the hostel, $30 to $50. Well, I guess that's included in the shuttle, so $30 to $50 for that. That would add up quickly. At that point in time, it'd be cheaper just to go to a national park and camp for weeks on end in the car, you know? So, it's all this calculus of cost and time and effort and speed. Did I say comfort? Comfort. I think that's the deal out here. One of the guys, he's in town now because he likes his laundry done and his beds and stuff. Here's the water. And that's his comfort, but at the expense of having to make shuttles and whatnot. I should have brought the charger down here. That was a nice little break of sunshine. So, this is what I'm working with for laundry. It's not much, but it'll have to do. I got maybe 2 inches of water. Oh no, I don't see any really big flat rocks aside from that one to do it on, but there aren't any good pools, so all I need to do is rinse them. That's my goal here, right? Gosh, if I don't kill myself. Okay, I'll check back in later. Get these puppies hung whenever I get back. That was not bad. That was an 8-minute walk, so it's 16 minutes to get her back up. Still, that's a lot if you just need a drink of water.